This is Indiana. Politicians here tried to legally define pi as 3.2. Right now, you're probably wondering, are politicians really that silly? And the answer is, without a doubt, yes. But why would anyone want to do that? First, let's start with some basic mathematics. Pi is an irrational number, which means that it goes on forever and ever and ever with no pattern whatsoever. It's the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. Basically, if you measure the outside of the circle and divide it by how wide it is, you get pi. In 1894, one physicist, Edward J. Goodwin, did some extremely wrong calculations and said that he found out that pi is exactly 3.2. He sent it to the Indiana General Assembly in the hopes of making it a law. In Indiana, for a bill to become a law, the law has to be passed through the state House of Representatives, the state Senate, and signed into law by the governor. The governor can veto the bill and the assembly can override the veto, but for simplicity's sake, we'll just ignore the veto. For the bill to become a law, it has to be passed by the state House, the state Senate, and signed by the governor. Back to that physicist. When he sent the bill to the Indiana General Assembly, he thought his calculations were right. Among his calculations, he wrote that the square root of 2 is 10/7. That means he implied that 2.04 is equal to 2. This is blatantly wrong. In the State House of Representatives, the bill, surprisingly, passed. This crazy bill was a third of the way to becoming a law. However, when the bill was sent to the State Senate, there was a mathematician there. He told the State Senate that this bill was useless, wrong, and a waste of time to even talk about. Which is what politicians are most of the time. Wrong. After the bill reached the floor of the State Senate for debate, quote, the bill was brought up and made fun of. The senators made bad puns about it, ridiculed it, and laughed over it. The fun lasted half an hour. Senator Hubble said that it was not meant for the Senate, which was costing the state $250 a day, in 2021 just over $8,000 a day, to waste its time in such frivolity. He said that in reading the leading newspapers of Chicago and the East, he found that the Indiana state legislature had laid itself open to ridicule by the action already taken on the bill. Basically, the bill was laughed at and rejected. Newspapers around the US made fun of the Indiana General Assembly for even considering the bill, and the bill passing through one of the chambers. So, that's the story of a bill that tried to legally define pi as 3.2. If you liked the video, then be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching Explained. New videos every other Friday.